Morning, gang. 5:51 on the morning of August the 11th, 2024, in the year of our Lord. And it's been a couple of years since I did a city walk of our hometown of Masset, BC. Now, I've been here for about 2.5 years since the last time I did one. I've learned a lot along the way. I'm also seeing signs of life, which is a good thing for this community. Let's go do another city walk and see what's going on in Masset this morning. Come on. Oh. Come on. So one of the things that we have in Masset, some of our power lines, is this extra pole with a bar on the top. Those are there for these guys. We got a lot of bald eagles up here. Right now there's two of them, one that's smart enough to use the stand and one that's thinking, you know what, I'm probably okay down here. He's getting beaked at pretty good now. So, why am I starting this video by a dumpster? Well, the reality is sometimes, in order for things to get better, they have to get worse first. You got to tear down the old and build up the new. And that's what Masset's doing right now. To be fair, I really didn't give good old Masset a fair shake last time I did a walkthrough. Now that I've been here for 2 years, I can see that a lot's changed. A lot good. I'm going to start the video this time at the pier down at the south end of town, take you on a walk up Collison, and then I'm going to take you on a walk up Main and then across Collison. We'll see what's new and we'll see what hasn't changed so much. Lots of good stuff though. Stick with me. While I'm behind the protective barrier that is the North Arms office out on the pier, let's go catch sunrise. Pier hasn't changed much. Nice new coat of paint. This is that's the fuel barge. That's being replaced with a series of tanks that is going to be placed on shore. Right now it seems to be a little bit of a cause for debate because people don't want it up there. People just don't want progress, right? And sometimes it's for good reason, right? But I think they're going to do it right. I think they understand that there's an environmental impact that they have to be aware of. It has to look a certain way, and I think they're going to do a good job. We'll see. It's coming anyway. While I was sitting waiting for the sun to come up, the baldies got out and got to work. They were everywhere. Didn't capture any of it because I was damn committed to getting you a sunrise. So there it was. Anyway, the fellas are out, or ladies, or however they identify. Maybe they identify as seagulls this morning. A couple of baldies out up there on the shore. A couple more up on that old dock. It's the old fishery pier, still standing. I don't know how much longer it's going to. Anyway, let's get on with the changes in Masset. A walking pier out here. So the city has gone and gotten the funds to build a second pier out, like a public walking pier with benches. It's supposed to be a couple of years before it's done, but it should be cool when it is done. Anyway, infrastructure. When I first came up here, and again, I was a little bit ignorant, I fully admit that. Thank you for pointing it out to me. Infrastructure. Masset now has, well, all of Haida Gwaii now has fiber optic internet. So you can do whatever job you want in the world from a desktop in Masset, which, because of the price of real estate, makes it a pretty good deal. You can get a house up here, still get a house up here for under $200,000. You can't get that anywhere. A buddy of mine just bought a place in Fort St. John, got a really nice deal for $500,000, but down at the coast you're not touching anything for under $500,000, even in a one-bedroom apartment. Main Street. What's changed? Well, the home hardware is still here. What I found out about the home hardware is this is where you can get your cell phone plans. They also sell appliances. They do a lot of stuff through mail order. They've completely redone the shelves on the inside. Makes it a lot easier to walk around, and it's a good option if you need something in a pinch. Okay, we're the Lego Club, Masset Library, 3 to 4 p.m. Summer Reading Club, lots of stuff for kids. Story time and crafts, prevent the spread of bird flu. Community Night Market, 6 to 8 p.m. on Friday. Women's drop-in coffee time. Burger Night at the Dixon Entrance Golf Course. Did a video on the Dixon Entrance Golf Course. You should check that out. Pretty happy with that one. Something else in infrastructure that is really cool and has been long needed in Masset is they've completely repaved the roads. Take you up Main Street now and show you the paving. Fish processing plant. That'll be gone soon. They're going to tear that bad boy down. Should be interesting what they find inside. 626, which I'm sporting a hat for, has also been expanded, renovated. Let's take a quick look at what they've done. So the 626 started out as a food truck, which is still there, but you see they built a canopy around it. Now actually have a full serve restaurant in there. You do a really good tuna ceviche. Let's check out the menu. I think they're going to be closed today probably because it is the Edge of the World Festival down in Tallel, so everyone's pretty much closed up for the weekend. Anyway. It is not cheap to eat here, but it's really good. It's not cheap to eat anywhere on the island. Okay, on we go up Main Street. Another new thing in Masset, the co-op, they have a new grocery manager. I happen to know him pretty well. He's my brother. He's doing a good job. He's bringing some new stuff in. Nice work, Kurt. The home center down there. They got a lot more stuff than you actually think. They do fireworks, actually. You can get fireworks there. But they got a big lumber yard in the back. So anything that you really need, you can get here. Hours of operation sometimes, I think it's mainly because of staffing issues, but they're getting better on that. But the co-op has got just about everything. Actually, the grocery store is kind of the center of town, really. I don't think people really understand how important it is. But man, if they didn't have that co-op, ooh boy. This is the location of the market, Fridays. Masset Market, Fridays 11 to 2. Barry's usually sitting up there. Barry's not out yet. He'll probably be wandering into town pretty quick. We might bump into him. Who knows? If we do, we'll say hi. Coming up to the corner, the intersection of Collison and Main. There's the ground. They do a really good London fog at the ground. They also make these really wicked mini cheesecakes. Really good. And you could light off a bomb here and you wouldn't hit anybody. Causeway's been renovated. There's your convenience store. Got the sign back up, and they even added a cannabis shop. So we got a cannabis shop, which is a pitching wedge away from the high school, which is, I guess, convenient. The Mile Zero dining room, pardon me, Daddy Cool's is the pub, Mile Zero is the dining room. Mile Zero, of course, because we are Mile Zero of the Yellowhead Highway, which stretches all the way across to Manitoba. There's a post office. I think that's the one thing that has really been the burr in my ass, is that you can't get free delivery from Amazon. Everything else is doable. Couple of new little rental units have been put in here. There's our bank and our insurance. Northern Savings Credit Union. Wife just got a job there. She starts training next month. Great retail opportunity. If anyone is interested in a really sweet retail opportunity, Bud's Bar and Grill. It spent a lot of money in here to make a 50s diner. Never really took off, but it's a great opportunity for someone because it's going right in. Across the street, it's a brand new library is being built. This is the Red Rooster. I mean, you can call it what you want. Rip the sign down, call it what you want. But inside, it's all 1950s diner. It's really neat. Let's see if we can get a look. I don't know how well this is going to show. Okay, camera's not showing it worth a damn. All the formwork being laid down for it's going to be our brand new library next to school ground and fire department, city hall. This is our $1.3 million electrical vehicle charging station. The really neat thing about the electrical vehicle charging station here is everything on this island is run by big diesel generators. So you're plugging your car in and you're charging it on diesel fuel that's being pumped out from that barge on the water over to the hydro generators. So nice work. Ooh. This guy has thoughts. Can I get your thoughts, sir? Can I get your thoughts? No? No? You don't want to talk to us? Please, come talk to us. I don't know what's going on with the crows this morning. Hey guys. So Masset right now has about 800 people, including Toe Hill and Old Masset. I'm going to get out to Old Masset. I promise I'll get out to Old Masset. Show you some of the carving going on out there. But there's apparently about 1,200 people in total. This is the old base area. I don't think I did a walkthrough here last time. I'm going to do a bit of a wander through the old base area. Show you what that's all about. See some of the old stuff. Most of which is gone now. It's a bunch of concrete walkways up there that used to have Britco trailers mounted over top of them. That was the base and the barracks for the single soldiers. But check out that sunrise, hey? That's pretty cool. There's our field, nicely mowed. While everywhere else in BC right now is dry as a fart in the desert, right now we're green. We don't have any fire bans. It's pretty sweet that way. It's going to be sunny today, which is probably going to get us up to a high of about 23. That's about as warm as it gets here, is about 23, maybe 24. But certainly doable in a hoodie. There is a community garden up there, but you can see that they're starting to make changes on that, right? Like putting a library in is one thing. I think there's absolutely should be a dog park around here. There's a lot of people with dogs, and dog park would be great. Could actually probably put in a little golf course in here too. Not that I would want to take away from Dixon, but it's just a pretty nice little area. All right, a little pitch and putt action. So I'm going to take you through the concrete now. You can see some of the local artwork, see what the locals have to say. Of course, you know, we're going to stop if there's any penis paintings, you know, we're going to stop for those, right? Legendary everywhere. One in France, found one in England. There's got to be a couple up here. Let's go check it out. Here's an industrious youth. We have our testicles, we have our shaft, and we even have a little activity up there. So that's the end of the graffiti section of our video. Now, more brand new asphalt. We're going to take a walk across, see the old military headquarters. It's the one building that they didn't remove. Almost feels a little bit like a university campus here, right? We've got these little walkways, little lamps, you know, these lights. Lights don't work anymore, but the metal techers have a good go at those. But you can see sort of a little concourse area, sitting area here. This is the old headquarters for the base. They didn't remove it because apparently inside some really expensive, valuable wood finishes like posts and beams and wide plank floors. I don't know whether or not they're any good anymore, but they decided not to remove it, evidently because of the value of the materials that are inside. Certainly don't think those blinds are worth much. Sweet paving. If you had an Audi TT, you could definitely make it on this road now. New childcare facility going in the high school, of course, so you could drop your kids off before you hit your grade 10. School's being expanded. Put in some new sidewalks. Definitely looking up. The corner of Delkatlah and Hodges, one of the main intersections. No traffic light, mind you. We only have one traffic light on this entire island, apparently. That way, takes us across the causeway and the Delkatlah Slough. And you can see that the nature center is also open. Might check it out a little later. Let's hit the slough. Looks like it's sort of ebb tide, actually. Water's not really moving in any particular direction, so. This side is the slough. And this side, that goes out to Masset Inlet. You see the two different marinas. On the left is the residential, on the right is a commercial marina. But it's a gorgeous morning for a walk. Halfway across the slough, the rest stop, and I'm really going to go any further. Not much on that side. There's a fuel station. Actually, the surf is now reopened, and there's a bistro there doing breakfast. Haven't tried it yet, but I hear it's okay. I think okay. Just got to get open at the right time and just serve consistent meals, which most places seem to understand that around here. We are getting morning. We are getting a better selection of dining as well now. Again, there seems to be newer blood coming in now, so people are interested in trying new things. It's typical Williams fashion. I just missed an otter going underneath here. Maybe he'll come back out. Probably not, though. There's a causeway behind us. We're back on the main side of town now. We'll go down Delkatlah. This is not yet paved. but it is part of the plan. Apparently they're repaving the whole town. Let's see whether or not anything's new down here. I know that Charters, which does great cheeseburgers, I'm not sure about their hours. You know, it's a little bit more hit and miss on their hours, but they do great cheeseburgers. Big slab of fried cheddar on the top. What's real estate worth up here right now? So Masset, being a base town, has a lot of these PMQs. I'll show you one in a little bit. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. Some of them are 4 bedrooms too, but 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. Full 8-foot basement, unfinished. Yard, some of them have decks on them. You can get one of those for about 250 grand. $250,000 doesn't get you anything in most areas of British Columbia, but it gets you a really nice house right up here in Masset. And like I say, with high-speed internet, you can pretty much do anything except get Amazon free delivery. Oh, looks like the 85 Bronco 2 is still here. Again, Bronco 2, no natural predators on the island, so they survive longer. Imagine if that was your view every morning. There's Billy. I think he's picking up a crew to take out on the boat this morning. Now, one of the main reasons for my walk is to drop off a book at the little library and a small donation. Today, it's Chris Ryan, The Kremlin Device, One Man's Fight Against the Russian Mafia. I'm going to wrap a $5 bill in there too. All right, down Harrison we go. No, you know what? Let's not go down Harrison. Let's go down Collison. So behind me, St. Paul's Anglican Church. The day that it was completed, it was the newest church in the world. True story. Across the street is our pickleball courts. Not to be confused with our tennis courts, we now have pickleball courts.
See? More changes.
Cool little kids' playground here. Corner of Collison and Mallard. Not Mallard, Mallard. Big wood carving. Not sure if the people at Nickelodeon know about this, but swings, slide, cool little playground area. Ooh. Again, not sure if Nickelodeon knows about this. Pretty cool wood carving, actually. Chainsaw carving of SpongeBob. Somebody commissioned that for sure. Guy did a great job on it though. There's our high school. Next year the elementary and high school are being combined into one. There's going to be a divider between the two of them, but we don't really have a lot of kids up here, so K through 12 is all in one school now. Steady Cool is behind me. Apparently, the wife of the owner is a really famous Tina Turner impersonator. Was on Oprah or something like that as well. So, the history, I guess the guy did some time in the military, that sort of thing. It's got quite the interesting life story. A lot of people around here are doing the Masset wave too. You get the Masset wave a lot, which is virtually indistinguishable from the Wrangler wave. The only difference being that everybody does it instead of just people in Wranglers. As we head away from the intersection of Collison and Main, we've basically done a big crisscross, big X. We're going to now head west, continue west on Collison, past the RCMP.
What else is this way? The Golden Pan, Chinese food. The Golden Pan has been here forever. You know, a lot of things come and go, but the Golden Pan and the fields seem to be here forever. A couple other new things that are happening. Next to the Golden Pan, the furniture store that's recently opened, which is good because getting furniture up here can be pretty tough. Next to that's the liquor store. Next to that, the Legion. Across the street is the Bloomin' Shoe. There's been a couple working away in there over the last little while, so I think they're rebuilding it into something. We'll see. But there's the furniture store. Up ahead's the Legion with what is probably the finest mowing job they've ever had.
This is branch 244 of the Royal Canadian Legion, of which I am now a proud member. Again, check out that lawn mowing job. That was done by an expert. A series of buildings here is the Haida Gwaii Community Futures, and so there were some base houses that have been converted.
Really well maintained. The garden, community garden. Sitting area for all your sitting needs. That creaking sound that you hear is my shoes, not the streets.
I'm now at the west edge of town. Down that road is the hospital, and then the road to Old Masset, the Indigenous Reserve out there. I promise that'll be my next spot. I'm gonna go see if I can bump into some folks out there and check out some of the artwork that they're doing. There's some really amazing artwork. This is the Dixon Entrance Maritime Museum. Lots of cool old stuff in there. I think it's noon to 4. Noon to 4 is their hours, but that is really about it. I'm gonna go back through Tahegan Street and show you one of those PMQs, say that you can get for about $250. A lot of them are duplexes, so those ones are going for about $250. Actually, the single separated units, because there are some single units, standalones, they're going for about $270 because they're usually on corners with a slightly bigger lot. But you know, they're all built the same on the inside, either 3-bedroom or 4-bedroom.
But they're solid houses. They stand up. They all have metal roofs now. They've all got aluminum siding that stood up to everything. And no sign of Barry this morning. But up to Hegan we go, and then we're done. So let's take a quick look up to Hegan.
This is the old library right now. This is where a lot of the community events are held until the new library is built. Check out that moss on that roof, and it's the only thing holding that thing on. Up ahead there, that's the old elementary school. In June of this year, they had a closing ceremony, and that was the last that'll be used as a school. I'm not sure what the plan is for it now. I think they just recently re-roofed it, so it'd be a shame not to use it for something. Standing in one of the roundabouts that is the residential areas with the PMQs. We've got about 12 of these around. This used to be permanent married quarters when the base was active, so there was soldiers and their families were here. There's little pass-throughs that take you from one circle to another. The next circle that we're going to is actually the end of the tour, because that's where I live. So that's really the tour. So if you want to come up, check it out. Some world-class fishing right now. There's world-class fishing. The hikes and the views are amazing. The beaches and the surfing, again, world-class. Weather is so good up here. Not much else to say. I gotta go work on a fridge now. But if you want to come up and stay for a couple of days, I'll put our accommodations across the bottom. We hope to see you soon.